Veronica Hernandez and her co-workers are angry and frustrated. They're upset at politicians who voted in favor of a bill which promises to reform Mexican labor practices and create hundreds of thousands of new jobs. But Veronica, who works 2 jobs to support her family, says the law would punish people like her.
This bill isn't fair to anyone. It won't allow us to earn enough to pay rent, gas, or electricity.
Under current law, workers are guaranteed a full day's pay, though the minimum wage is just $5, one of the lowest rates in Latin America. The new labor law would allow businesses to pay their employees by the hour and dismiss them at will. Many fear they'll be forced to take part-time work without benefits or overtime pay. These workers say that rather than help them, the reform bill will actually hurt them. Currently, workers earn on average a minimum of $5 a day. But with this reform, workers will be allowed to be hired on an hourly basis, making less than 50 cents an hour. Mexico's labor regulations haven't changed since the 1970s. One of the main goals of this law was to reform the country's largest unions, which have come to dominate state-run industries like oil and electricity. Their leaders are often accused of corruption and wasteful spending. But provisions that would have required they change their ways were stripped from the bill by lawmakers from the pre-party of incoming President Enrique Peña Nieto.
The traditional unions that have majority representation in Mexico are aligned with the pre-government. So removing transparency is seen as a concession that's being made directly to those unions that effectively helped bring Peña Nieto into power.
Even without union reform, business leaders say the law will make Mexico more competitive and create new jobs, especially because it will allow employers to hire workers on a 6-month trial period. For Jose Capone, who employs 50 people at his factory, this means more flexibility and will encourage him to take on new people.
Now, if someone doesn't work out, you just have to pay them their salary without any fines, which you used to have to pay even if the person only lasted a week.
Good news for employers, but not necessarily for people like Veronica, who worry that what little job security she has will vanish. Rachel Levin, Al Jazeera, Mexico City.